Yo boys, first of all, welcome back to the channel. I am Akai. Thank you for stopping by. Today we are doing Rio Spawn Guide. This is gonna be the only one you'll ever fucking need. I've done so much research into this map, and I've learned where the exact blocks are, how to play this map really well, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple of setups for each of the hard points, a few of them. I'm gonna show you how to block, how to play properly. I'm gonna show you the spawns, of course, as well. So we're gonna jump right into it, and we're gonna jump right into P1. I'm using a new little website here. It looks should be a lot cooler in my opinion. Well, I mean, it looks way cooler. It works better too. So this is P1, and right off the bat, what I want you to understand before I even jump into the spawns is that for this map, I don't know why. I really don't understand. But for example, like just looking at your secondary spawns, yeah. So just looking at the secondary spawns from anywhere, or particularly like through this area, will block them. Or looking at the secondary spawns from this area will also block them. For this map, it seems that you not only have to block primaries, but you have to actively block secondary spawns as well. Otherwise, the team will keep spawning secondary. So, for example, like here, so what the line is here is this is a general like line on the map that I've noticed is that so if the red team pushes to the red line, this will actively block the primary spawns here, which makes sense because they're right in front of it. So if a player was to run up to this line, obviously they have a line of sight here, but you have to understand that blocking just the primary is not enough. You would need a player over here as well blocking the secondaries to make them flip, and this is vice versa as well. Blue team, it definitely is a lot easier because all they need to do is get someone to block secondary over here, and they can just have someone look at primaries from here, and this kind of does a full block. Or if they send someone along this side, this general area blocks all these spawns as well. Your secondaries up here for red team, up here, and your primaries are there, and primaries here, and two secondaries there. This is for P1. P1 is definitely a mixy hill for sure, just because everyone's fighting for this U control and everything like that. So just keep that in mind. Moving on to P2. Oh, actually, I gotta erase that because, yeah, okay. So now, P2, this is a good hill. So in P1, in my opinion, these are obviously not even in my opinion. This is by fact. These spawns are the good ones because obviously P2 is right here, right? So P2, moving on to P2. P2 spawns, of course, you have your primaries over here. There's another primary over here, and then your red spawns are over here, and they have two secondaries inside this zigzag and arcade area. So in P2, I think it is very, very crucial and important to read the kill feed. If you read the kill feed very, very well, meaning you know how many people you've killed, how many people are still alive, who is still alive, you can very easily pick up flanks and see which enemy player is going for a flank or they're going for a long round or whatnot. So if you're blue team, let's say you are, so all these little circles are headies. Like these are insane headies. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 headies. This one as well, 5. But I have that yellow because for, and I have this yellow line right here because, so having a player here means that they have a line of sight like this, and this goes through the wall for some reason, and the game thinks that you have a direct line of sight onto the primary spawns, so it will block them and they'll be spawning here. And now if the red team is spawning here, like from here, they could push through zig to get to P2, but if they're a decent enough player, they'll know they're not going to be able to get 1, 2, 3 people off headies, especially this cop car. This cop car is indestructible. So nading it does not blow it up at all. Nothing blows up this cop car. So their best bet is to go for a flank And if they're going for a flank and they've seen this video, all they're going to do is come up here, and they're just going to flip the spawns by blocking all your primaries through here. So do not play this yellow car, and do not play past this yellow point, in my opinion, for P2. If you can do that, they'll keep spawning here, which heavily influences them to keep doing this, to keep running into this like death funnel area, right? This one attack. Or they might go for, you know, something like this. And this is why I said reading the kill feed is important, because if you have, let's say you had 4 down, and then you're still here, you get another 1 down, you get another 1 guy pushes here, you get 2 down. Now there's only 2 players left, and if you haven't gotten the kills here, obviously then you'll be able to read, okay, they're probably going for a flank, so one of your players just watches this side, one of them watches the complete back, right? However you guys have set them up, or maybe someone's already playing inside here, right? It depends on your setup there. But that's why in P2, more than any point, I think reading the kill feed is very, very important. Now, you might be saying, Akai, what are those green circles? Now, those green circles are there because those are like, how do I say this? Those are like emergency spawns, I guess, or those are like alternative spawns if all the spawns are blocked for some reason. Like, for example, there's a red player here blocking these. There's a blue player here blocking these, and there's a blue player like on this watching and blocking these. If all of them are blocked for some reason, they'll spawn over here. This one is a little bit more likely than this one. I think this is supposed to be an alternative to this one in case someone is blocking, or if they have like a direct line of sight to this one. This is a secondary for P3, so I think they're like, okay, just push them there, something like that. So those are unlikely, but they can happen. Just keep those in mind if you want. Okay, now let me erase this, erase this, erase this. This new thing is so fucking convenient, bro. Oh, all right. And let me get the primary back up. So your primaries are here. Cool. All right, moving on to P3. So right off the bat, P3, you have your, actually I didn't need that one, did I? No. Okay. P3, these are your primaries. Your secondaries are up here. Your primaries for blue team are up here, and you have a secondary here. Now, what you see on screen is a good setup for the red team, in my opinion. I would say these are the better spawns for sure, for P3, because obviously look how close they are. And P4 is over here, and I like these spawns for P4, but we'll get into it later. So the point is, I have this area highlighted again. If a blue team player is just running into this area, and as soon as they hit this area, the game will block all of these, and you'll be spawning secondaries. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind. As soon as they're in this general whole box area, right, where the blue lines are, this will block the primaries, and this will make them spawn secondaries. So just keep that in mind. But this is a typical setup you'll see, or this is a good setup in my opinion. You'll have a player on the cop car back here watching the line of sights like this. He's watching arcade. You got someone up here, and this player is playing more like a U, just there to pick up players from here or pick up players from here. Now I want you to know that if, for example, this player number 3 pushes up to this red line, so what this does is this is like the esky area on both sides, and this is the vending stairs area right here, and this is the eskies. So if they push up to this right here, what this does is this will block these primary spawns right here, and this will make them spawn. Huh? What? Did I change the color there? Oh, I didn't even know you can do that. That's so cool. Okay, I was like, what? Why are there 5 red players? Okay, besides the point. This will block these primary spawns right here, and this will make them spawn right here in secondary. So if you can get a player out here, they're pretty much spawning here. So it's kind of like a spawn trap, but it makes them spawn all the way in Narnia, right? So if you can get 4 down and do it like that, that's a good place. But most of the time, it's a very, very mixy hill. Spawns are flipping back and forth very easily in the beginning of it. unless you can get a quick 4 down, only get an early rotate, and you're still able to get that 3 or 4 down. Then it's a good hill. It's a good hill you can hold very easily. So moving on to P4 here. Okay, let me erase this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, and of course the spawn as well. Okay, again, your primary spawns for red team are here and here. This one and your blue team's primaries are 1, 2, 3 right here. Again, I have highlighted these headies here because you have 6 freaking headies to play here. Choose any of them. They're all very good. And then red team has this heady in my opinion because it's looking over this side. So here and a plat heady right here. So this is a good decent setup for red team in my opinion. One's watching your back flank, one is watching the arcade, one is on that god heady, and one is on plat. This player is ready to fill in any role that he needs to. Like he can jump back on, or he can play this close car just in case over here. But ideally, he's ready to. He plays this back area rather than this front area, just because he has to run all the way. So just watching this through like an awkward angle, and of course. This guy up here is very important. He can watch boxes. He can turn around and help, kill anyone who gets on point. But so what I want you to understand on this one is like, I can't decide which side is like the good side in my opinion. Because for example, let's say this. Obviously, we know these are closer. You can see that these spawns are a lot closer, and they are also closer to P5, which is over here. But it's like, if blue team, let's say none of the players are even here, right? All blue team really needs to do is get one player here, because like that blue box from P3 still applies, right? This blue box still applies because the spawns are very much the same. Like all they really need to do is get someone here. This is blocking these, and watch this. Get someone to watch this. They can have someone watch their back, or even just push up to here. And it's like, bro, you have such an easy hold as well, right? If they can get that, and they have all these headies to play with as well, right? So in my opinion, for this hill, it's up to your team to decide which spawns you want. Because like, if the blue team can get this setup, bro, you're spawning in Narnia, and that's an easy, 30, 40 second, 50 second, maybe even if they get it off rip, a 60-second hill for them, right? But it works both ways, like vice versa, right? If the red team, like I highlighted before, if they can get all their players set up how they were, then they have a really good hold too. And in case they do die, there's here, or for some reason they start dying, and the spawns are pushing them to secondaries, then they can just rotate to P5 easy. So again, this one is up for you to decide. I can't decide. I like the red ones just because they're closer, but then I feel like with the P4 you can get an easy, or with the blue spawns you can get an easy 60 if you can just get someone into this hill right here, or this garage area right here, and this is spawning them secondaries, and all they really can do is just rotate to P5. It's very hard for me to decide, so I'll leave that for you, up for you guys. So moving on to P5, this one is very very balanced hill in my opinion. Like you can see right off the bat, this is the kind of setup like you can have someone on cop car, both sides, one on point. U control here, this U area is very crucial in my opinion. You want to control this not only for P5, but P1 is back here as well, right? So you definitely need. So for P5, I want you to understand that U control is very important. Like I said, it's a very balanced point in my opinion. That's why you'll see the setup is almost very balanced as well. The red side does have a little bit of an advantage, as the spawns are further back. For blue, they can push up all the way to this lobby area, and they can just sit here and cut people off as they cross from this side. They would need to go outside to cross this line to flip the spawn. So anywhere before this, they're technically safe, or at least the game thinks so. But other than that, it's like a very typical setup. You have two people watching. Like top U control, one on point, one in cop car watching the back and the front, helping shoot, just in case. Also, I want you to understand this area here for the blue side. It's like you can run into it, but it's not as safe. Meaning it's like 50-50. You might block the spawns and you might cause a flip, but it's like it happens sometimes, it doesn't happen sometimes. What I've noticed is it's like up to the front area right here is safe. Even this planter area is safe, but as soon as you go past the steps here, like just past them, it's not safe anymore. You have a chance to flip. So stay out of that not safe area in my opinion, and you won't flip the spawns. You'll keep spawning them here, and other than that, whichever side you are, you can see the setup. This is a decent setup for both sides in my opinion. But other than that, yo, that's all the hard points. Let me know if you guys want a search and destroy video. I would love to do a search and destroy video, some strategies and guides and whatnot. But other than that, this is a new map. I want you guys to go out there and have fun. I haven't actually been able to play it personally myself. I've just been watching a lot of gameplay of the pros and scrims and whatnot and stuff. But other than that, appreciate all the love and support, guys. Thank you for everything. We're at 500 subscribers, man. Thank you guys so much. I want to try to hit 1,000, and I just want to keep growing. I love doing this shit. I love making these videos. I love breaking this stuff down, man. It just hits that spot in my brain for that analytical stuff that I've been craving, and this is a lot of fun. Thank you guys for giving me this, huge opportunity to present this to you guys, and thank you guys for all the love and support.